Hello everyone, so this is a quick video about how to use this Friday bot that I made. So once you add the bot as a friend, you will basically receive a welcome message. So this bot is meant to be used in a battle group chat. So what you should do, you should add this bot in your battle group chat room. Basically you add it as a normal friend. So once the bot is there, he will give you another welcome message. The welcome message that you receive has a lot of information, that, for example, the bug tracker, if you find any issue, and a link to a group basically of the users of the bot, and a PayPal donation. So now let's have a look quickly to the help. So the help is pretty big, and with this video we're gonna go through all the commands. Once you use it a few times, it's gonna be really easy. So the second command is again like a Friday info, so basically prints more or less the same information showed when the bot joined the battle group. Before using the commands, you have to basically register the battle group to the bot. So this way you're telling to the bot that this battle group would be ready to use them. And also you have to insert a name. Usually I like to put the alliance name and the battle group name. Let's have a look now how you record all the deaths that you have during an alliance war. So with the command Friday death, and then we add the number of deaths, of kills, the number of the node, and then a text that can be, for example, the information about the champion that we encountered. And this gives you back the total counter of the deaths and the lost points. And then we can add another more. In this case, we're gonna set one kill on the node 38th, and we're gonna add a text, a 6-star sentinel, for example. And here we are, we get the new counters updated. Now at any time during the war you can always check for the summary, so the total summary, which gives you all the deaths registered so far, in this case my 2 deaths. In case you add an error, for example, like you insert something wrong, you can always do Friday undo, and the undo will basically remove the last inserted entry. So in this case I basically remove the latest one, and if we see the summary, that is gonna be basically the sentinel, because we added the sentinel later. So Friday gives you also another possibility to basically add the placement of the opponent alliance. So basically node by node, if you don't care about the death counters, you can basically just say, okay, I wanna save the opponent's champions in each node for each summoner basically. And to do that, first we add the list of summoners. You can add from 1 to 10, of course. You can add them during the war or all at the beginning, this is up to you. So in this case we had, for example, my nickname, Johnny66, The Rock, you know, some opponents' names that we found in the alliance opponents in our battle group. And once you have that, basically you have this table that you will have to fill up fight by fight, and your teammates have to do that, of course. And if you need, you can of course rename one of the summoner names that you previously inserted, by basically specifying the number next to the summoner and the new name. So in this case, the last one, we're gonna write the last one. And from this point, basically your teammates will use Friday node to report the various nodes that they encounter. In this case, for example, the last one, the second slot, we add, for example, the node number, so for example 43, and then a free text that can be a 4-star duped Dormammu. Then of course we can also copy and paste and add the new ones and so on. And of course if you specify the same one, like for example in this case, we can edit the previous one. For example, we're changing from 43 to 34 the number of the node. And this can go on and on until the end of the war. So it's basically like a live feeding the table. If you write just Friday summoners, the bot will give you back the current table of placements. So typically at the end of the war, when this table is all filled up, potentially, you would like to maybe save this information in the archive. So in order to do that, we basically have to save the war, and then after that we can actually clear all the reports of the current war, because everything has been already saved in the archive. In this way we are ready for the next war. So here we can see that we saved the war with for Loki, for example, as opponent alliance tag. And then we can reset the current reports, and actually we can check that all the reports are now cleaned up. And same story for the placements of the summoners. Now everything has been saved in the archive, so this means that we can look into the history. And in this case we see the date, so today, and the name of the alliance tag that we saved. So we can then query this entry by specifying the date, and this will give us back the reports. Now, if you make a mistake, of course you can delete completely a saved war. Be very careful, because this is irreversible. So once you do it, the data is lost. And you can see that now in the history entry disappeared. So enjoy the bot, and I hope this is gonna be useful for you. Bye bye!